Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. We're coming to you right beside busy Highway 79 and 71 in Spirit Lake. We're talking to Bethany Brands from Brands Law Office. We're right next door to the Dickinson County Courthouse. And Bethany, first of all, welcome. Thanks for being with me this morning.
Thank you.
Did you bring the sunshine?
I did.
Yeah, thank you. You did a nice job. Boy, we've got such great temperatures right now. It doesn't really feel like mid-August, early August.
It's pretty awesome. We'll take it.
Well, we're standing here in front of your law office, like I said, right here on Highway 9 and 71, right across the street to the west of the Dickinson County Courthouse. But you're not alone in this office, are you?
No, I'm not. I've been in this office for a year and a half now, and I'm pleased and excited and enjoy the company of Lonnie Saunders and of Dalton Kidd.
Right.
Both of them have practiced in this community for a long time also. And about a year and a half ago, we had the opportunity to start an office share arrangement. So we each have our own independent law practices, but we office as a group, and we have the ability to share equipment and camaraderie and ideas. And we have practice areas that complement each other. So we're not competitors. Right. We're colleagues, and they do things that I don't do, and I do things that they don't do.
Well, and that makes a good teamwork right there.
Yeah, it really does.
And of course, Lonnie being assistant county attorney for Dickinson County, when we lead into talking about things at the courthouse, that's an asset too, having Lonnie's experience working with things going on in the county.
Yeah, it sure is. He spends a lot of his time as assistant county attorney working on various county matters, and that's something he really enjoys, and it's something he's really good at.
Well, and the big news is the Dickinson County Board of Supervisors last Tuesday at their meeting decided to go to phase 3, which means reopening the Dickinson County Courthouse for use, and not just for people coming into the auditor's office or the treasurer's office. We're going to get things going in the law section and the trial section again.
Yes.
What does that mean exactly? What during this time, during the shutdown, what exactly has that done to our court system here?
Well, there's going to be some backlog because we haven't been able to do in-person court from the middle of March until July 13th.
Right.
So July 13th was the official date that the Supreme Court said we could start having some limited in-person court proceedings.
Right.
And they're rolling that out over the next several months, with jury trials to be the last thing that resumes.
And we probably won't see jury trials till probably September. Am I right in that?
September is, I think, the date that they're talking right now, if they're ready.
Right.
And so they're working, they have a plan and a task force to get ready for jury trials to resume. It's very different than it was, it feels very different than it was before the pandemic started. In the courtrooms, attorneys and judges need to everybody in the courtroom either needs to wear masks or shields.
Right.
They've limited the seating. We've had to do some rearranging, but it's manageable. It's nice to get back in the courtroom because there's some things that you just can't do very well over the phone or over electronic meetings.
Yeah.
However, I think we've found as a legal system the way to make the best of both worlds. And so I hope that some of the things that we've been forced to learn to do, we can keep doing, because there was some efficiency that came about because of this too.
Isn't that funny how that worked, that things we would have never imagined we were going to do, and we were, like you say, forced to do. We had to be innovative. And now you look back at those practices and you say, part of that worked pretty darn good.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're excited to get the courthouse going and the court system going again. And but I know during this time, you've been busier than ever, I think, with your services here.
I have been. It was a good time for a while to work on cleaning up loose ends and doing stuff that you don't have the time to do when you're out the door in the courthouse all the time.
Yeah.
And then after we got through some of the backlog, I've been able to start looking proactively at what do I want my practice to look like in the future.
Right.
And so one of the things that I've always been passionate about is bringing the ability to ordinary, everyday people to be able to navigate the legal system
right.
at a reasonable cost.
Well, let's face it, there are people out there that don't have great financial needs, but they have need of a lawyer such as yourself, and they think to themselves, I could never afford a lawyer. What am I going to do? I'm stuck here.
Right.
But you make that accessible for the everyday person.
That's what I like to do, probably more than anything, is teach people how to do as much as they can for themselves.
Right.
And so one of the things I'm working on is turning into more of a coach than an advocate. And that'll be something you and I will continue to talk about over the next few months. And also to be able to come in and see me for pieces of a case instead of the whole thing.
Right.
The Access to Justice Commission from the Supreme Court has done a nice job over the last 5 or 10 years of making forms available to the public to do things themselves.
Right.
But they still can be complicated, they still can be confusing. Sometimes you can navigate those forms by yourself if you just have somebody lay out the roadmap for you.
Right.
So we're going to be doing more piecemeal pricing, and I'm still developing some of that, but I'm excited to have a different roadmap for myself of where I want to go with my practice.
Well, and that roadmap gives access to everybody and anybody who is in need of legal assistance, and I like your concept of, instead of paying for everything from A to Z, with the access that they have for being able to get forms, check with you, am I doing this right? You bring that price down substantially and still get the same results.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, again, we say you're right here on Highway 71 and 9 here in Spirit Lake. You can stop in. Suppose you have to make an appointment right now with the whole pandemic thing going on.
Right. Right now, we're still limiting our access to our offices, but we're there every day, 9 to 5, and quite often longer.
Right.
So if you drive by, you'll quite often see cars on the parking lot later at night.
Right.
So,
and you've got your web page and everything that people can access. Email you, ask a question, or check in anyways. What's the web page?
www.brandslawoffice.com.
Well, that's easy.
It is.
I can remember that.
Wanted to say just a couple things more about my colleagues here in the office.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about Lonnie. In addition to serving as assistant county attorney, he does a lot of probate work and a lot of real estate work.
Right.
And he keeps busy with that, but that's kind of his area of expertise. Dalton does business planning, estate planning, real estate, some civil litigation. Right. And then in my practice, I do family law, criminal defense, juvenile court work, and then whatever else comes along that I feel I can handle competently.
Right.
And so we have the ability to cross-refer quite often to each other, or to point you to another attorney in the community that may do different types of work than we do.
Right. And we're so lucky in this community that we do have a wonderful array of lawyers with different areas of specificity that allows people to get what their needs are, but you cover a lot of it right here in your firm too.
That's for sure we do.
All right. Well, Bethany, thank you for taking time with us, and thank you for standing out in the sun with me. I should have a little good base here for moving through the rest of summer. All right, Bethany Brands here with us, of course, from Brands Law Firm right here on Highway 9 and 71 in Spirit Lake. We thank her for being with us. We thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast. Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thee is brought to you in part by the headquarters of the University of Okoboji is at the Three Sons, open Monday through Saturday 10 to 5 and Sunday noon to 4. Last Touch Painting and Cleaning, providing interior, exterior, and house painting and professional cleaning services in Spirit Lake. Okoboji Mattress Company, 1 mile west of the junction of Highway 9 and 71 in Spirit Lake. Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well. And Ducky's Marine and Motorsports Repair in Spirit Lake. Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner, Brands Law Office in Spirit Lake. Ruthven Locker, where carnivores are welcome on Hill Avenue in Spirit Lake. Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake. Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio, newly located in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji. And by Quest Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services. Advisors Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz.